The wait is over. The all-new Umoja Radio Network, home to over 40 Black-owned radio stations and podcasts, is here for you. Connect to the world's fastest-growing collection of unapologetically Black and proud media, from podcasts to independent Black-owned radio stations, and access to the important news and music you need. Umoja Radio is from our culture, by our culture, for our culture. The all-new Umoja Radio is available right now on Google Play and the Apple Store. Join the movement. Be empowered.
All right, beautiful people. Welcome to the Drive at 5 on this Monday edition of the show. I'm the Triple OGPA. I got special guests in the building. Muskegon Heights class of 1992. Stand up. Stand up. TJ's in the building. Tatika Jones in the building. How you doing today?
I'm good. How's everybody?
They doing good. They doing good. They see you now. They see you on Facebook. They hear you on radio.
That is funny. Okay. All right.
Now, we're not going to talk about the beautiful Tatika Jones. We're going to talk about the mathematic extraordinaire engineer, Tatika Jones.
All right. So
right?
That's good. We can go there.
Breaking barriers. So the word on the street that you are good with numbers.
Supposedly, yes.
That you did good in math.
No, math and science was always one of my things. It was my jam. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you had no problem with geometry, none of that stuff.
Geometry, like with Dr. Poitras, was always my favorite, but other math like trig, calc, all of that was my fave. Yes.
Okay. Wow. Well, people struggle with that nowadays.
I know. And that's crazy. What's crazy about that is, like, if you go and look at your history, like, we actually created math, the Egyptians, Egypt, you go back, which is why I'm always concerned about, like, young Black people in their struggle with math.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And we just got back from Egypt with the kids, and I think it took a second for that to resonate with them, that these people that you see inside the pyramids, they're not there because they wanted Black images inside the pyramids. They're there because they're the one who did the pyramids.
Absolutely.
Which meant they knew math and science.
All day long.
Like Sister Jones do. Sister Jones know math and science. Because you're breaking down barriers, because you are by trade, what type of engineer are you?
So I am a packaging development engineer. Shout out to Michigan State University. And actually, shout out to our own hometown, my high school. Well, she wasn't actually my high school counselor, but Beatrice Webb. If you guys know, yep. Yeah. So I had Mr. Sickinger, actually was mine, but because she knew my family, was very familiar with us. She had a lot of influence in terms of what we did after we left high school. So she was actually the one who told me about the major at Michigan State.
Wow. Shout out to Miss Webb, a great counselor. And so you went on graduate from Michigan State, but now you're in the corporate world and you're breaking down barriers. Like how many sisters that you see in your field?
Not very many.
on a day-to-day basis. So
very few, very, very few. We have probably right now where I work at a team of engineers, that's probably like about 40 or 50 of us. I'm the only Black woman engineer. There's not even another Black man. Actually, I just was learned today. We just hired another one today.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's it. And the crazy part about it is we're out there. I'm always curious to ask like the hiring and HR about where exactly are you guys going to look for these people? Because I feel like they're not casting the net wide enough to go get us because we exist.
Yeah. My brother, when he worked at General Motors, said the same thing. He was in hydromatic engineering and it was very few out of 1,000. It was only a couple of them.
That's correct.
Yeah,
which is very strange because you have like things like the National Society of Black Engineers. I mean, lots of us are, in those organizations. You have Society of Women Engineers as well. So it's a lot of places that you can go. I think you just have to want to be able to like cast a net wide enough to go and get us.
So tell us about this field and some of the things you've been able to do, because I understand that you're breaking down barriers. Like you're not just there, but being a statistic, you're actually like making a difference in this field.
Sure. Yeah. So,
I know it's a loaded question because you've done so much, right?
I have. I've done a lot. It has afforded me an opportunity to do a lot with the career that I have chosen. Anywhere from like, so I do have a patent because I know most engineers, that's kind of one of the things that they kind of want to do in their career at some point in time. But I do have one of those. Y'all can Google me. You'll see my name.
And you own that. So the company you own this one? Or
No, the company owns it, but I'm okay with
your
that.
name is still there.
My name
Yeah.
is there. They gave us like, of course, money, right? Like one lump sum of money or whatever. And you can put your what you designed in a plaque if you want to. Like they sent you the whole thing so you can
Wow.
put it up yourself. But in terms of places I have gone, man, I have probably spanned the globe of places they have sent. As I always tell people, send this little black girl different places. And then the other thing is, just the other day, like probably about a couple weeks ago or so, our VP, she came to visit us at our Ohio location.
Okay.
And I set up kind of a one-on-one with her, and she shared with me that like my name precedes me. Like everywhere that I have gone, like everyone has said great things about the work that I have done in those spaces. So
Wow.
you never get that type of feedback. You're hoping people will provide that, but it's not always there.
Wow. What is it about you? Your energy? Your go?
Listen, I don't know. Like, I try to I approach all the projects and assignments because I feel like that's what we're on here on this here world is assignments, right? I approach all assignments that I'm afforded with as much detail and attention as I would want to. And especially like in the medical field, like I always put myself in a position where I think it could be my grandmother, my mother, somebody in my family members. And you would want to have whatever you're doing of excellence done because it could be one of your relatives in that space or need this therapy or need this medicine or anything like that. So that's what I always approach all my projects with.
So how is the work you're doing impacting the health industry? Because I know facilities are moving from Puerto Rico to Ohio.
Yes.
And how's that move going to help us?
Yes. So I think a lot of it has to do with the cost as well. So right now, what PA is talking about, our drugs are distributed at our Puerto Rico facility, and we're building a brand new facility in Columbus, Ohio, actually. Well, it's like outside, like New Albany. And so that's where everything's going to be distributed. One, it brought a lot of jobs to the area. So that was like the beautiful thing of that there. And then you'll bring like a lot of the therapies and different things like that here to America. So you won't have to distribute it and think about like the cost of sending it from Puerto Rico over to here and like getting caught up.
So it go to Puerto Rico and then come back?
No. It'll come here. It'll be here. It'll be distributed out of here.
Out of here. Okay.
Other places, yes.
So how big a facility is this? How big?
Ooh, I don't know the square feet, but I will say this. We started with one building.
Mm-hmm.
We just did because they couldn't call it groundbreaking because it was already basically in already kind of moving. So it's an expansion. We just started an expansion on building 2.
Okay.
We have so that facility that they bought, we have more land at that one than we do at our historic Puerto Rico site.
Okay.
So I'm sure I'm expecting great things to come from there.
And the role that you're playing with this expansion, coming to Ohio, what role are you playing with this?
So I was identified as a high performer to come and help build this facility in Columbus, Ohio. This little black girl from Muskegon Heights.
Wow.
I was like, really? And it wasn't just like my manager asked for me to go. It was actually like the VP and the executive officers identified me. And said that I was identified as one of the high performers, and they asked,
"Get it done." She's gonna get it done.
If I would be interested in helping bring this facility. Now, y'all know I'm from here, but I haven't been in cold snow in I don't know how long, right? So it took me a minute to decide if this is something that I'm going to do. But I think it was definitely up my alley just because one, it's a packaging facility and that's my background and that's my major. And to actually say that you help build this type of facility, I mean, that's speaks volumes when you go on to do other things.
So to the young people who are out there, they're thinking about this field. what kind of advice can you give to them? Is the pay okay?
Oh, the pay is great.
Okay, all right.
The pay is great, but I mean, you have to look beyond the pay, right? Because the pay is not going to keep you anywhere, right? I mean,
Right.
it has to be like a passion that you have as well for
Right.
like wanting to solve problems
Right.
and things like that. I think that's important. And then I used to do this thing for like one of my girlfriends for HBCUs. We had this breakout sessions for them. I would do one called Stimulate Your Mind, and we would talk about jobs in STEM fields, how much you could make versus like say what do you call it? Minimum wage,
Okay.
and different things like that. And we would break out like what you could have if you go in like one of these fields.
Right.
And the kids will always be like, "Oh my God, I did not know!" Like
Several levels.
Yeah, it's like you break it
Several-
down for people, right? And I get it. Everybody's, math and science not good for everybody. But I will tell you this: I would always break down things for kids where they're at, right? So not necessarily like you need to be this engineer or this doctor or lawyer, these people or whatever, right? Now STEM is also considered like what PA is doing, like working a radio station, working
Right.
like the boards at the radio station, or you could be like the mixer for like these upcoming artists, R&B, rap stars, and different things like that. Like I have many people that I share with, like the young folks of STEM careers that are not traditional STEM careers, but they are, right?
Right.
And then you look into what the government is putting their money in, and STEM is kind of like one of those fields that the government is putting their money into. So if you want, to look at something like that, I think that would be important to go ahead and take a look. Math and science ain't for everybody. I get it.
Right.
But it's a different way you can approach it. Like there's one young lady, she is the engineer for several prominent rap artists in Atlanta.
Okay.
And she's in like STEM field. And I share this with young people to show them like there are different ways you can access like STEM careers and still be lucrative and do what you need to do.
Wow. So Tatika Jones is in the building. How did Muskegon Heights prepare you for where you at right now?
Ooh. So we have a lot of influential teachers that saw great in us, right? We always came from greatness, believe it or not. And they always looked at us and make sure that to push us, right, beyond what is comfortable for our own selves. Like I think sometimes we thought, oh my gosh, like I can't do that. But I think in their mind, they already knew that this was something that we could do. So they would push us beyond that place.
Right.
For us to get to where we're at now, right?
Right.
And we had great teachers. Oh my gosh, we have so many great teachers. Like from Dr. Partridge, geometry, Miss Parsons, those term papers, Miss Navarro, math, you name it.
Right.
We pretty much had at Heights.
Did you think you would go this far?
I always knew it was going to be something big just because these are the things that teachers instilled in us. And even before I got to high school, I have to give a shout out to Violet Johnson. I don't know if you know Miss Johnson.
Yes. Oh, yes.
From at King School, Martin Luther King Junior School. That is one person who believed in everything. Like Black excellence was always on her mind. She always believed her students, her kids, like we was all her kids.
Right.
And she always pushed us not only just pushed us, but introduced us to things that we probably wouldn't necessarily would have gotten otherwise.
Right.
She was a very, you could always tell, like she was always thinking ahead of where we're going.
Wow. And you're some kin to the Vines, right?
I am. Yes, I am. Those are my relatives.
So there's a lot of success in the family anyway.
It is.
You couldn't be like the one that outcast of the family now. Everybody else winning. Here you gonna come up and drop the ball.
That's true. Like our family is full of Michigan State Spartans. I'll tell y'all that. Like it's a legacy of like Michigan State Spartans.
So you couldn't go to Michigan then, huh?
No, we're not usually those kind of people.
What?
In our family? No. We're Spartans. We bleed green and white. Go green, go white. Those are our thing. Like my uncle Dwight, Linda, my Aunt Delphine, like my brother. My uncle's kid, like
they got a Vine Scholarship Fund down there. That's all we know. That Vine's Legacy Scholarship Fund started by somebody.
I know. We are such like Spartan family for sure. Yeah, I don't even know if there's anybody in our family that even went to University of Michigan that I could even call. Yeah.
Wow. Well, we're going to the board. Sister Moore, Deborah Clifford Moore said, "Great job, thank you." And Trail Washington Bates said, I am so proud of you, childhood friends. Yes, Muskegon Heights
Yes.
had great teachers. True that.
Mhm.
So what's next for you? Are you going? Or do you plan on starting your own company one day, or are you going to work this corporate world? Or are you going to create something that we're going to be buying that's going to end up on Shark Tank that we all going to be trying to buy?
Listen, now Shark Tank is my jam, y'all.
I know for engineers, that to be.
love watching Shark Tank. I am so inspired when I sit there and watch Shark Tank. Next thing for me is I have to go and travel to Copenhagen, Denmark.
Okay.
To look at some of the equipment or whatever that's coming over here to us in Ohio. So that's like one of the next things I gotta do. But like future wise, I do want to have like my own. I want to consult. I did it before for like Johnson and Johnson, and then I came back into the corporate world. They pulled me back in.
Okay.
Like one of my managers that I worked for years ago at another company or whatever asked me to come over back to the corporate world. So I was like, all right, the money's right. Let's go back.
Wow.
But eventually, yes, I would love to consult, do a few projects here or there, and then be done. And then go travel, go do something else with myself.
Yeah.
And then also, other things that I like to do that people probably don't know. Like I love to sew. Oh my gosh, I love to sew, make clothes, purses. I made these earrings I got on.
All right.
So it's kind of like use another part of your brain to do something, right? My work consists of like a lot of technical things, right? So I like to do something fun on the other side so
Right.
I can use my brain. So that's usually kind of what I'm doing.
Most engineers not as outgoing as you. They're kind of like in a club. I mean, I know a lot of them. And you
That is
like,
very true.
you're very. I would have never thought that you were an engineer. Like really, the personality of engineer, they to themselves, they are introverts.
That is a very true statement. Okay, and I'll tell you all this. Like one of the places that I worked before, right? For whatever reason, they thought I was the marketing person on the project, right?
Right.
And they would be asking me all these marketing questions. I'm thinking, like, who are you all talking to? And they'd be like, aren't you the marketing? I'm like, no, I'm the engineer. They're like, really? Their thing was I dressed too nice to be an engineer and I had like a personality. So they were confused as to like, how am I not the marketing person? Instead, I'm the engineer for the project.
Exactly. That means you're talented. That's amazing talent that you have to be able to work both sides of those brains.
True.
So how many countries have you been to? Let's talk about Tika.
Oh, too many. too many. Listen, when they first started asking me to like go places internationally, I was like, "Ooh, I don't know about that. Let's see if we can work that out." But for whatever reason, they saw things in me that they wanted me to like do these global things. Like they wanted me to be this global engineer. So I was like, "All right, let's start like one at a time." Like I started going to Puerto Rico. That was like most times that I would go, right? And then it's like, "Oh no, we got you on this other project, right?" So then I went to like the Netherlands, right? And then from there I went Paris. I flew into Amsterdam, Paris, Brussels, and then just recently, like with this project or assignment that I have, I went to Switzerland. And then while I was there, I was like, "Oh, I've never been to this place called Milan." I was like, "Let me go."
Okay.
And so I went there. I was like, "This is all the places that like these celebrity types be at."
Yeah.
So this little black girl from Muskegon Heights, I was like, I wanted to go see it. So I did. And it was a good time. And then, like I said, coming up in a few weeks or so, we're going to be going to Denmark to check on the equipment that's coming to us here in the Ohio location.
And the word on the street that you can dance too.
Just a little bit.
Engineer that can dance, y'all.
Just a little bit. I know some of the line dances. Now, some of y'all got a lot of line dances I have no idea about, but I can do a little two-step here and there.
You did more than two-step, TJ. Your auntie said, "Proud of our niece," from Auntie Linda Vines.
Oh, thank you.
And Tyree Johnson said, "Tell me what Muskegon Heights can't do." That's a fact.
That is a fact. And you know what? Believe it or not, when I'm out at like these different assignments and different things like that, most people, I tell them I'm from Michigan, they're like, oh, where, Detroit? I'm like, no. I'm like, Muskegon Heights. They're like, what is it? I was like, you know what Grand Rapids is? I was like, travel up further. And I would show them on the map where it's at. They was like, oh man. I'm like, yeah. I was like, I'm always repping for my city. I was like, because I wasn't born in Detroit. I
Exactly.
wasn't born in Grand Rapids. I was like, I'm literally from Muskegon Heights. I was like, so that's what I always tell people. I'm like, that's what it is.
Right. They get a geography class.
Absolutely.
They'll learn. What do you want to say to your family? Because I know they played a huge role in your life.
They did. I want to say thank y'all, first of all. Thank y'all for showing me that it's possible to go out there and do lots of things. Thank y'all for the love that y'all share. We're such a family-oriented kind of people, and both sides of my family, like the Vines, and I have the Jones side of the family too, my dad.
Okay.
So yeah, there's little, and that's what I try to encourage everyone. Like, it doesn't matter what city you in, where you came from, or anything. It's so possible to achieve at high levels. So go for it.
And you're on social media if you want to follow her. Now, she don't have a real name on social media. She got her handle up there. Go ahead.
Listen. Okay, so let me explain you. I had to put TJ up there, right? Because my coworkers, they're always looking for me on like social media spaces and things like that. So I had to change my name because everybody would be looking for me, trying to figure out what I'm doing, what I got going on, and all of that.
She got stalkers, y'all. You got
correct. So I had to like change my name, and then like dealing with youth too. Like they all try to look for you. They all try to look up you up and see exactly what's going on, right? So I had to change my name to TJ. So it's TEA space JAYE if you're looking for me. On Facebook, on Instagram, it is Miss Tatika J, MISSTATIKAJ on Instagram. But yeah, looking for you. I'm always trying to encourage people to and bring other people that look like myself along this journey. So that's always my thing, to bring others along the way, not just stay there myself, but like bring other people with me so we can, do this. Because I know we are people of excellence, have always been, despite what other people think. Like we do everything. It's so top notch. It is unreal.
Wow.
I love us.
To the kid that is listening right now, what class should they take in high school to prepare them for engineering?
Definitely math and science. It's going to be your core courses that you want to focus on. And then I'll tell you this, do some extra like activities too and go volunteer somewhere because that's important. People, believe it or not, on these college applications and things like that, they're looking to see if you're a little more well-rounded than just like your grades, right? Like have like some extracurricular activities, go volunteer. They want to see how well-rounded you are because you're competing with other students as well.
Wow. Well, thank you for joining us today. You were in town. I know you got to head back. Do you still stay in California, or you just Ohio?
I do. So this is the deal. I live in California, and so I have my place there, and then my place in Columbus, Ohio. Actually, the company pays for everything. Believe that? Yes,
okay. That's what's
they're
up.
paying for everything for me to be able to be great in Columbus, Ohio, while I'm there.
You can't go wrong with that. Well, thank you for joining us. We're going to go back to more music. This has been our good sister, Tatika Jones, known as TJ. and I shout out to the Deltas, too. We just got done hosting some Deltas in Tanzania. We had about 5 Deltas from FAMU alums. They all crossed together, and they did not want to leave Zanzibar and Tanzania. I got some beautiful footage I'm going to be putting up over the next few weeks from these sisters. So I just want to say hello to them.
And that reminds me, so I haven't been to Tanzania or any of that on my little journey of all the places they have sent this little Black girl. So that's going to have to be one of the things that I do on my personal time, to go to Tanzania.
Yeah, you'll love it. They're waiting on you. They're waiting on you on the beach. All right, family, going back to more music. This is the Afternoon Jams.